So now we are going to learn about how to implement a tabbed activity in our Android programming. So you can basically create a new tabbed activity and again choosing the tabbed activity option by left clicking on your Java folder, then clicking on new activity and then a tabbed activity. So this will give you something like this with all the necessary instructions, and there will be a private sections pager adapter and a private view pager. So basically you can also add a floating button for more convenient use in tabbed activities, and you need to first create the adapter that will return the fragment or the layout for each of them. So you can first declare it in your class of your activity and then call the new sections pager adapter get supported fragment manager, and then you can set up the view pager by casting view pager from find view by id r.id.container. This is how your main layout file will look like. It should have a android.support.design.widget.coordinator layout element with the following structure. And there will be a app bar layout, a toolbar, and a tab layout. And you also add a floating button page, and then there must be a view pager that will contain the view. So here tabs will be displayed, and this will be the main toolbar. And there is also floating action button which you may use or you may not use. Then you can create a new tab layout by finding the view by id r.id.tabs, and then you can call the setup with view pager method on the tab layout by passing the argument of. So then you need to override these two methods. The first will be on create options menu, which will add the items to the action bar. So you basically inflate your menu, which you have to design a separate layout, and then you have to just return the menu which has been passed here as a second parameter, and then return true at last to indicate success. So here when you click on the options, there will be a settings that will be popped up. Then there will be also an on options item selected method. So if anything in the action bar is selected, you can handle that here, similar to the navigation clicking handling that we have done earlier. And then there will be, you can create a new placeholder fragment that will be used to represent the section number of the fragment. Then there must be entry constructor method, and then you have to create a public static placeholder fragment new instance by taking any section number as parameter, and then you can put the arguments as like in a fragment. If you would like to take a basic startup of all this, then you can directly create a new tabbed activity from the Google PE templates as I told you earlier. Then you have to also override the public view on create view that will inflate the view of each page under the tab. So basically my tab something looks like this now, with just a plain text view here. And then this on create view, you have to actually get a layout inflator, a view group container, and a bundle. And then you have to inflate the layout first, then you can set the text and other things accordingly. So basically each tab is having a particular page which is basically nothing but a fragment here. Similarly, you can also have a section page adapter, since you have to implement many tabs which should extend fragment page adapter, and this has to be declared as a class. So on the public method section page adapter, you should be a fragment manager, and then you have to call the super method passing it. Then you have to override the get item, get count, and the get page title method. Then in the get item method, the Android will pass you the position as an integer, and then you have to return a new fragment with that integer. And then in the public and get count method is used by Android to get the total number of tabs that you will be implementing. And similarly, a get page title method will by passing you the position, and then respectively you have to return strings which will become the titles or the text in the tabs. So this is how you can actually implement a tabbed activity in Android.